Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the thrilling episode of Bragging About Cinema. Now, are you kind of getting sick of all the superhero DC shows on CW? And you kind of thought, I'm not going to watch Superman and Lois? I'm here to tell you that was a huge mistake. Way back in 2012, CW debuted the TV show Arrow, which is the story of the Green Arrow from the comic books. And after that, that spawned The Flash, which spawned Supergirl. Then we got Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Stargirl, and then Superman and Lois. After a while, some of the shows kind of blended together. They didn't really have their own voice, and I wasn't really sure when they announced that Superman was going to get his own show. I was like, well, we've kind of seen that quite a bit. But I actually watch all of them. I do enjoy them all to a varying degree. And the very first episode of Superman and Lois told a darker story. It wasn't quite as campy as The Flash or Arrow can be from time. Definitely nothing like Legends of Tomorrow. And I got to tell you, this show hooked me right from the start. This is about Superman and Lois. They've been around for a while. They have two teenage sons, Jonathan and Jordan. And they moved from the big city of Metropolis to Smallville, back to the farm with a couple of city boys. And as you can imagine, that's going to cause a lot of chaos. What I really liked about this show is it showed Superman a little different light. He is not the all-powerful Captain America style superhero. He's the trying to be the dad. He's a football coach. Wants to do what's right for his sons, but he still has the tug of, oh, by the way, you got to save this planet too. And he struggles with his father-in-law, who runs the military. And we get to see all those different struggles play out. It's not a dark tale like Henry Cavill's Superman, and it's definitely not a lighter style like previous versions of Superman. I think it's a perfectly good balance of right in the mix, and I like they really do a great job with Lois Lane, and she moves from her big small paper and goes to a small town paper in Smallville, and they really do a good job of trying to readjust their life out in the country. The show really kicks off with the tale of two boys. You've got Jonathan. He's the preppy guy. He's the quarterback. He's got the girl, all the friends. He does not want to leave Metropolis. And then you've got Jordan, who is a bit of an outcast. He doesn't have as many friends. He's got a lot of anxiety. And so he's not as tied into Metropolis as Jonathan. And I like how the story really plays off the two brothers, especially when it turns out that Jordan is the one with the powers and Jonathan's just an average Joe like everyone else. So this part of the review is going to get a little spoilery. The first half of the season really focuses on the villain, or you think he's a villain. His name is Luthor. As he tries to constantly kill Superman. We don't know why. And of course, everyone kind of confuses him with Lex Luthor, who's actually not in the show. And it turns out he's from a different multiverse. And if you remember, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, they all went to one universe. And his wife in that universe was Lois Lane. And Superman actually killed his wife. So that's a good reason why he hates him. Luthor and Superman battle it out for about half a season as they figure it out that Luthor feels that this current Superman is going to turn into the Superman from his world, and they were able to convince him that he's not. So then they become buddies, even though Superman is married to his wife, Lois, who's Luthor's wife in the other universe. So I think that would be really weird and hard to get over. So then we move on to Morgan Edge. He's more of the stereotypical bad guy. He's the rich guy buying up property in the town. No one knows why. No one really trusts him. And Lois, of course, is where she comes in. She's the investigative reporter. She's going to figure out why is it that when Morgan Edge goes to every town, he ends up leaving it in rough shape. She doesn't want good old Smallville to end up like that. And I thought Morgan Edge was a great villain. He ends up morphing into even more by the end of the season. I don't want to completely spoil it, but I thought it was a really fun contrast to Superman. Opportunities for improvement on the show are, it is a CW show, so the special effects aren't the best. So if you want a cinema quality show, you're not going to get it. It's not on the level with things that are on HBO or Netflix. It does have some kind of cheesy dialogue here and there, although I think they do a really good job, much more than the other shows, of stamping that out. Other than that, I actually really enjoyed the show, and just so you know my review bias, I am a fan of a lot of CW shows. I know that's not for everyone. I like the way that they kind of focus on how the boys are growing up. Once Jordan gets his powers, that kind of changes the dynamic, because Jonathan's now going from the super popular quarterback guy to now he's in a new town. He's not as good at the football, and he's coping with, hey, I was the favorite son, now I'm number 2 son. So that was a fun way to view the Superman universe. They also don't have endless cameos like some of the other shows, and it really focuses on this one good story throughout the whole season. I always like to about the CW DC universe is I can watch these with my kids. They really enjoy them, and I enjoy them. So if you're looking for something that's not as serious, like The Boys or Titans on HBO Max, one that you can enjoy with your kids, but still you enjoy as well, I think Superman and Lois is a really fun one. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give this one 3 paws of approval on the best of 5 scale. And I'm going to say, check this out. Don't let the other CW shows that have ran for 8, 9 seasons and maybe lost you along the way, don't let them spoil this opportunity for you to see a really fun Superman story. Now, if you thought this review was helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And those comments below, let me know what you think of the Superman and Lois show. If you think I'm right, if you think it's better than the other ones, if you're like, oh no, bragging about cinema guy, stick to cinema. Because you know what? If you watch my videos, you're going to find something to brag about.